guys, Reversal here, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. In this one, we are going to be taking a little bit of a in-depth look on the Pokemon that I personally powered up, that I want to be focusing on, that might be interesting for Generation 2, and then maybe some of the projects that are still ongoing alongside with a wish list of Pokemon I would love to power up to see how well they're going to be performing. So with that in mind, I will also do a little bit of a Q&A a little bit later, which I think that might be a little bit interesting for you guys. So, starting off right here, Kirby, or, well, it kind of has, if he is your buddy, it looks like it's Kirby on there. That's like the portrait down there. But over here, this Blissey, of course, it is 2850. It is not maxed out, but it comes with a really nice moveset. That's what I feel personally. Zen Habit and Dazzling Gleam. I think Dazzling Gleam right now at this point is the strongest 2-bar attack, and it actually, I've been fighting a couple of Blisseys inside of gyms. It's kind of a hard attack to deal with. I much rather have Dazzling Gleam than Hyper Beam, because Hyper Beam is relatively easy to avoid, where Dazzling Gleam is a little bit tougher, I guess, in my personal opinion. So this is my Pokemon that I powered up over here. Over here we got Windows XP. This is my Porygon 2 that I evolved into Stream. Originally it was named Windows 95, but then of course with the upgrades, we upgraded it to Windows XP. That's how we do it. Anyway, it comes with a Hidden Power and Hyper Beam. Hidden Power in this particular case being an electric type move. That's very nice against Vaporeon. And Hyper Beam is just nice in general. So I will definitely take this one to the test a couple of times to see how it's going to be performing. As you can see, I need a couple of more candy in order to max this one out. So that's a very interesting one. Another one that I powered up is Mr. Random, also known as my Steelix. And this one I maxed out entirely. I think it's the first Gen 2 Pokemon that I maxed out all the way. I had Metal Coat, and I was debating whether I should be going for Scizor or Steelix. And seeing as this is a really awesome Gym Defender with one of the highest defensive stats, period, and a really awesome typing, I just figured I'd be going for Mr. Random. Also, Steelix is awesome because it is resistant against 10 typings inside of the game, which I think that is one of the best typings inside of the game. Steel alongside with the ground type. It comes with Iron Tail, which is a 15 damage power move, and then over here Crunch, one of the strongest 3-bar moves. So yeah, it's gonna be attacking a lot, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, and overall, it's just a badass Pokemon with almost no teeth, but it's pretty lit. So I still, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how great this one is. One that's going to be really interesting is this one, Shoko. I'm not gonna power this one up, but I do want to see how well it's gonna be performing inside of gyms. As you guys can see, the health is really low. The attack is also really low. It comes with a nice moveset, but the defense of this Pokemon is the highest in the game. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It has over 400 defense, and I just want to see what that means. Like, you can have a whole lot of stamina, and we know that with Snorlax and Blissey, but so much defense as Shoko has, I don't know. We're gonna do a couple of gym battles with that, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. A Pokemon that might be interesting for you guys might be Slowking. It's basically like a Slowbro. So yeah, you can go out and try this one out for yourself. I decided not to. And then I wanted to max out a evolution, either Umbreon or Espeon, depending on which one was better. I decided to go for Espeon simply because the CP is higher, and this moveset was a lot better than the one that I had on Umbreon. Confusion Future Sight, which I think is the best moveset on Espeon right here. I maxed this one out. Surprisingly, it went up to almost 3000. That's something I didn't expect. And then Umbreon, as you guys can see, 1253. It is it's already very much at the right side there, but it will never get higher than 2500 or something like that. And Snarl and Fall Play is like the second best attack moveset. But yeah, I decided not to go for this one because I thought Espeon was like a lot better. So yeah. Also the fact that you can only get an Espeon on Umbreon once, outside of the, hey, I have to walk a Eevee in order to get that, you know, I think that's kind of bogus, because, you know, if you walk 10 km with an Eevee and you get a bad moveset, that's kind of devastating. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with this Espeon right here. And then there's a couple of other Pokemon that you can potentially go for. I'm just going to also talk about Pokemon that are just good in general. Crobat is one of them. If you have Air Slash and another move, Air Cutter, I'm not sure. It's going to be a nice offensive Pokemon for sure. Ariados with the right moveset is also going to be pretty nice. I'm not sure. I think it was Solar Beam? Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure of that. Other Pokemon for Gen 2 that I'm really looking forward to is Skarmory. I would love to get a Skarmory with a high IV and then a good moveset. I think it's the highest DPS of Generation 2 with Brave Bird and Air Cutter, and also having a very high offensive stat. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. Projects that are currently ongoing are right now, quickly taking a look what we got going on here, is Lapras. That is one of the Pokemon I still very much would like to max out. As you guys can see, I have 600,000 Stardust. I used up half of my Stardust to power up the current Pokemon I got. If I want to power up a Pokemon from beginning to end, it's going to cost me like 250k Stardust, which is very expensive, so I can only do it a couple of times, and that's why I'm very limited in the Pokemon I actually do want to max out, because my Pokemon max out at level 38.5 or something like that. But yeah, as you guys can see, after coming back from Japan and hatching all of those 10Ks that got me a Lapras, I still have so much candy left. So I'm looking for a Lapras with the best moveset, of which I'm not sure, because right now, the best defensive moveset, by the way, just want to add on that, but I'm not sure right now which one has the best moveset, because it has been updated since Generation 2, so I'm gonna have to remove all of these like second best moveset or best defensive moveset. What I'm looking for in a Lapras, best defensive moveset and above 90% IV, and then I can go ahead and use it. Another thing that might be interesting is evolving a Magikarp into a Gyarados, because right now a Gyarados comes with Outrage, so that might be pretty nice as well. I'm not really sure, but it might be very, very nice. Another project I got ongoing is Kingdra. I of course still need to get myself a Dragon Skill. I really want to get myself a Kingdra with a nice moveset, because I have a couple of really nice Horsies or Seadras that I can, like for instance this one over here, 98%. This might be the first one I'm gonna do, because it is 98%, and Kingdra is definitely one of the better Gen 2 Pokemons out there. I really consider Kingdra like a mini Dragonite of sorts, so this might be a nice one to go for. Also because I have the candy to power it up from the beginning all the way to the end, but it all comes down to what the moveset of this future Kingdra is going to be. So that is one you definitely want to be focusing on. Then you can evolve Chansey. I have over here this almost finished Rhydon. I think I can power it up like 4 or 5 more times to max this bad boy out. It comes with Mudslap and Stone Edge, which Stone Edge is really nice. Mudslap not so much, but still it's gonna be pretty nice inside of gyms. And Executor might be a little bit nice as well. Gengar, definitely Gengar. I think right now the best attacker in the game, period, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to confirm this. But Gengar, I have a couple of great Gengars. I have a couple of Gengars that I can evolve. This Gengar right now 93%. I'm gonna have to take a look which has a good moveset or not. If you guys could help me out with that one, would be really great. Over here I got Shadow Ball, which is a 2-charge moveset. Same thing like Dazzling Gleam, 100 power, so that might be really nice because it's benefiting from a same type attack bonus as well, so that might be pretty interesting to invest into. But yeah, there's Gengar, of course. You know, Gengar, my favorite Pokemon right here. Gengar hat, Gengar plushie, Gengar Pokemon, just Gengar all the way, man. And I am looking, and this is I think the last one. I need candy for Machamp. I really need candy for Machamp because I have a 98% Machoke. Wait, I evolved this one already. I just made a fool out of myself. Oh. Let me rephrase that to save myself. I don't know if this Machoke is good or not. So let's just keep it to that. I don't know if this Machamp is good or... I just got caught off by the fact that I called this one. You know, I want a new Machamp. Muchman. I'm gonna call it... Whatever. Let's just keep it this way. I'm looking for a new Machamp because it is the best fighting attacker inside of the game. I think if you can get a counter alongside with close combat Machamp, that's gonna be the ultimate counter against Blissey. And there's a bunch of other types out there. Ursarine's gonna get the same thing. Hitmontop. I think Hitmonlee as well. So I still want a nice fighting type, and I think Machamp will be the way to go. But the biggest issue, of course, is going to be the candy. And to actually find them, that is also going to be another thing that I'm a little bit concerned about. Because if we go to the medals right here, as you guys can see, I have 161 fighting types. Now, some of you guys might be like, hey, that's actually quite a lot. For me, being level 40 with the amount of Pokemon that we caught in total, which is 34,000, having only 161 fighting types, of which some are the ones that we evolved, isn't a whole lot. So I'm still looking for some. So that is an ongoing issue that I currently got ongoing here. So yeah, that's gonna be wrapping it up for my take on what I powered up and the reasons why I powered those up. There's still probably a couple of other Pokemon that you can be going for, like Tyranitar, for instance, is a great example. Ampharos, but you know, I still gotta be getting the Stardust, and I need to actually find those Pokemon first. So those are also sort of on my radar. It's kind of like, let's see what comes there first, and then I'll invest my time into those Pokemon. Anyway, that's gonna be my take on them. Make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. What are some of the Pokemon that you're currently focusing on? What are some of the Pokemon that you currently got powered up? And let me know why that is. Like, does it have a good moveset? Is it like your favorite Pokemon? Which Pokemon are they? What are your future plans? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below, because maybe it's gonna make me change my mind on my own Pokemon. So yeah, that being said, we're gonna wrap things up here. There will be a Q&A up later today about the questions that you guys asked about Generation 2. If you still want to submit questions, make sure you head over to my Twitter, because one of my latest tweets actually is like, hey, shooting Q&A today, shoot your questions right now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Reverse for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.